French President Emmanuel Macron has been a vocal advocate for reducing Europe's reliance on non-European defense suppliers, particularly the United States. He emphasizes the importance of bolstering Europe's own defense industry to achieve greater strategic autonomy. Macron's position on European defense procurement. Macron argues that European nations should prioritize purchasing military equipment from European manufacturers. He believes that increasing defense budgets should not result in subsidizing industries outside of Europe, especially when European alternatives are available. For instance, he suggests offering the Franco-Italian SAMP/T missile defense system and the French Rafale fighter jet as alternatives to the U.S.-made Patriot system and F-35 fighter jet, respectively. In his speeches, Macron has stressed that Europe's security cannot be guaranteed solely by external powers. He advocates for Europe to develop its own defense capabilities and reduce dependency on allies whose priorities may shift over time. Anadolu Ajansi +1 The Washington Post +1 Strategic autonomy and economic considerations. Macron's push for European defense autonomy is part of a broader strategy to enhance Europe's sovereignty in defense and economic matters. He has called for increased investment in the European defense industry, proposing innovative financing solutions to support this initiative. France 24 While Macron's stance has garnered support from some EU leaders, others express concerns about limiting defense procurement options. For example, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk has emphasized the importance of maintaining a strong security partnership with the United States and other NATO members. Reuters Overall, Macron's advocacy for prioritizing European-made weapons reflects his commitment to strengthening Europe's defense capabilities and achieving greater strategic independence. Pravda. In a high-stakes diplomatic visit to Washington, D.C., Giorgia Meloni, Italy's Prime Minister, became the first European leader to meet with President Donald Trump since his return to the White House. The visit came during a tense moment in transatlantic relations, primarily driven by U.S. threats to impose a 20% tariff on European goods. It matters economic pressure. Italy holds a major trade surplus with the EU, €40 billion, heavily reliant on exports like luxury fashion, automotive components, and gourmet food. New tariffs could severely impact Italy's economy. EU dynamics. Though not officially representing the entire EU, Meloni took on a de facto role in trying to mediate between the European Union and the Trump administration. Geopolitical weight. The meeting wasn't just about trade, it reflected Italy's rising profile in both EU politics and global diplomacy. What was discussed? Trade tariffs. Meloni proposed a zero-for-zero tariff policy, calling for mutual tariff elimination. Trump countered with the idea of a flat 10% baseline tariff, resisting full elimination. Defense commitments. Trump pushed Italy to increase its defense spending to the NATO target of 2% of GDP. Italy is currently at 1.49%. Ukraine conflict. Meloni continues to back aid to Ukraine, while Trump is pushing for a negotiated ceasefire. Meloni expressed cautious support for peace efforts but ruled out any direct Italian military involvement. Shared conservative values. Despite some policy differences, both leaders bonded over strong nationalist platforms, opposition to illegal immigration, and calls for sovereignty-first politics. Vice President J.D. Vance is set to visit Rome on April 18, signaling strengthened U.S.-Italy ties and ongoing negotiations following Meloni's visit. The meeting could shape future EU negotiations, with Meloni positioning herself as a bridge between Brussels and Washington.